I know there's a lag, so let's see what happens. We're going to go live. Well, I am live. And it's Sandy Shellis, and I've got my new kid in the block neck brace on. It is the summer style. It is the latest in the neckwear. No more do you have to wear a big, unsightly foam one, or even the cool kid on the block black one that I have too. I found the creme de la creme. So, if you have a problem with your head staying up, here we go. They have one to fit everybody. So, actually this thing is really cool. I don't have to wear it all the time, but it just has a little weight down here, right? Just a little weight down there. But it's cool and it's not hot and sweaty outside, and it's going to be better than having a neck open, sliced open, and all the shit put in the front and the back. So you wear this once in a while. So before I start with why I have titled this, we need uh, we need Medicare for all in the United States, and I know it's a little bit different from what everybody's used to with me, um, is because of these things that happen that shouldn't happen to people. Okay, in the United States, our healthcare system is completely profit driven, and doctors will, they have to make money. They got huge student loans, whatever it is, but it's run by insurance companies. The big insurance companies, they they have everything. They got it all over you. All right. So what started me on this today was because it's been bugging me and it's constant. You know, everyone knows I don't feel good. Everyone knows I had neck surgery. Everyone knows that I have problems. All right, big deal. But I did get some stuff back, and I mean, it's all, severe bilateral severe, foramen stenosis, severe this and that, whatever. I don't want to go in for more of this, and I back and front. So I get these things now in the United States. We have Social Security, and you pay in it through your payroll tax. You pay through when your earnings at work. And Social Security it's for retirement, and it's also for disability. When you um, become disabled, you have to apply for disability, and it's a pretty lengthy process. Oh, by the way, it's not cute. That's my outside, but it's a pretty lengthy process to do that. And then, hey, we do need Medicare for all. Hi, Paul McGinley. Let me bring him on. See what color you are. Are you green today? Yep. Of course we need it, and I'm addressing it. It's not climate change, and climate change isn't going to make it a moot point because we're alive right now. But I'm starting this before I read this article, which was a surprise to me. This article I found was because I get these bills. So after years, I won my Social Security case, and I'm I have a very difficult situation going on in my life right now, and suffice it to say, it may change a lot of things for me, the channel. It might change a lot of things for everybody, but we're not going there right now. I'm talking from about Medicare. I get these bills, and they're called explanation of benefits. I'm sure a lot of you have it. You have your health insurance, you get your explanation of benefits. And for some reason, when I got the Medicare, I, I still get bills. I mean, I still have the supplemental retiree health. I won't say the name of the company. The name of the company is one thing, but they use there's so many other names for all the different companies that are offshoots of this company because everybody has their hand in the till. Everybody has a piece of the pie. So it makes somebody crazy. It makes you crazy just to understand any of this. So today, I get this bill, and I'm stressed out to begin with because I even have another story to tell you about bills. I mean, it's insane. My whole office, if I could really show you what the mess this is and how disorganized I am, you guys would say, holy shit. I wouldn't believe it. But I get this bill and it says, okay, so, and mind you, I pay for Medicare, but I also pay for the retiree health through my job for my husband and myself, and it's over $750 a month. Includes dental, but it's still very expensive. And I suppose Medicare took them, when I did win it, it took everybody. Medicare was telling everybody that my other one was primary. My other one was telling everybody that Medicare was primary. It was a clusterfuck. It took a year to straighten that out. So I get all these things. Today I get in the mail, hey, veg. So today in the mail, I see that I am due to my doctor $1,188.61. And then there was another one I had gotten, another explanation of benefits was saying, and this is for me, that I owed another facility $529.14. Now, mind you, what am I paying for? Okay, I'm thinking this, but I have a lot of stressors in my life. And so I kind of put these on the back burner till today. And I finally called them and I told her, I'm not angry at you, but what the fuck am I paying for? Okay. Everybody on the explanation of benefits that I have had as my doctors forever with a $20 copay is all not in your plan. Going to this doctor uses out of network benefits. So here I am. At least I'm a bit savvy. Now, what if I was some 75-year-old lady that really wasn't savvy? Instead, I'm a much younger woman. But I'm savvy because I worked in the field. But I'm not savvy enough to want to sit and figure all this shit out because I'm in pain, okay? And I sit here and I wiggle around and I'm in pain. And I got more bad news about my lower back, which is another mess. My lower back, I'm running around with a compression fracture in the T9 and I've have 25% disc loss there. There's more from all my stuff, all this crap, right? There's more bad discs than there are good discs. And that's not even the kicker, but I can't talk about the kicker right now. So we're talking about this. And then I'm going to read this article. All right, so here we go. So I get these things and I call her up, doctor charges $13,000, blah, blah, all this, shit. And I'm paying for this and I'm nervous, I'm nervous. I'm like, is it crazy? And yes, Vegemedic says Medicare for all is a human rights issue. You're goddamn right it is, because what we have in the United States is a criminal enterprise. And what was once one insurance company has offshoots and everybody does something different. Everybody does something different. And then what happens is you get these benefit things. So I called the woman and I'm like, I told her, I had to explain to her that I am not angry at you, but what the fuck is going on here? I'm not going to be rude to you. So evidently, I get these explanation of benefits and they're wrong. And all of it is wrong, she says, after looking at it. And she's giving me this thing that the computer, because I have Medicare and I have this other health insurance, is having a problem. And I said, well, listen, there have to be 1 million other people that have Medicare and this insurance. So maybe you should put a ticket in for IT to look at this problem before people like me get these explanation of benefits and think that they are going to owe thousands of dollars when they pay thousands of dollars, right? Thousands of dollars a year, which I don't know right now if I'm going to be able to even stay living where I'm living or pay any of it. Okay, that's a whole other story. And again, I'm not going to talk about that, but this was a mess. So she finally says, well, they're wrong. And I said, okay, well, so you're sending out wrong things. I'm not a young person. At least I might know a little bit more because I worked in the field. But what about the people that are getting this? What if you give someone a heart attack? I said, what if somebody gets this and gets a heart attack because they think they have to pay all this money? They don't have an answer for that. She had no answer for that. And I said, almost got a panic attack looking at this because my income, I don't have an income like okay, I won't be able to afford any of that kind of stuff, right? And my stress level was like unbelievable. And I really didn't want to be mean because I'm really not mean to these people. But boy, oh boy, I just really had it, especially knowing now that I know that this is all here we go. How many trees is this? One big fucking mistake. Okay? One big mistake. And let me tell you about one more. Here's another one. Here's another scam. Oh, besides the fact that our credit card was hacked last week, the only one we have was hacked, and they called us. But then I get something else in the mail about, something medical. Quest Diagnostics, where you get your blood work, they were hacked. And all kinds of stuff now is out there. So who knows what they got, right? Maybe that's why the credit card got hacked. They say don't get if you get something in the mail, from a company, a bill, it could be fraudulent. So what happened to me the day before I find out we get hacked? I'm going to tell you, I've had the week of all week. It's amazing that I'm not a drunkard. It's amazing that I just drink my vitamin water and my essential with the same straw I've had for a year. My essential, whatever the shit is, I am healthy from. Anyway, so when my husband had his motorcycle accident in 2017, that was a big fight. I don't know if you guys remember that the bill was $60,600 for that. He's covered. There was a big cluster mess of everybody's incompetence, and it ended up that I got a bill for $30,300, and they said, well, you passed this appeal period and all this other horse shit. Do you wonder why I'm losing my fucking hair? I mean, my hair is falling out for the whole last year since all this other shit. No, since he had that accident, because in the United States, nothing's ever fucking easy with health. Sorry for the cursing. This is a rated, whatever the fuck it's rated today, because I'm having a rant. And I'm uncomfortable, but I'm sitting. All right. So we get the bill. This is a different one. I finally settled with the insurance, with that ambulance, it was the air transportation. They wanted $60,000 for a half an hour ride. And we know that, we know a half an hour ride costs what in fuel? My brother said it was probably about $300, and then they had a couple of people on the helicopter, but that was completely separate, right? They were probably billing me for another fucking helicopter. All right, so here we go. I get this after I'm hacked. 2 years, exactly 2 years to the date that my husband had his motorcycle accident. I get a bill from some ambulance transportation for $2,883. 2,800. Where is it? Do you see? Well, whatever. $2,883. Well, Mrs. Nice Person that I am was not Mrs. Nice Person. I called this place for a couple of days. And mind you, the original bill, which I have, because I have 4,000 million envelopes and boxes. If you ever saw this room, you'd say I'm really, really disorganized. But I guess I know where everything is. But I got to have help getting to it. Here was the original bill was $750, okay? Which I thought the insurance paid. And I don't even know what it was for because he didn't take an ambulance anywhere. Wait. I think he took an ambulance for a block. And then at the time, he told me, the chick in the ambulance told him, don't pay the bill. But we have insurance. So all this time, I thought that bill was paid. So I call up and I leave this message. And I told them, I said, guess what? I said, I just got a bill from you for $2,800. The original one was $750, which I thought the insurance paid. And then I threw this in for good measure. I said, I haven't seen the fucking guy in 6 months. I don't even know where he is, and we're not paying your $2,800, so you can kiss my ass. And I hung up. I left my name and everything. I, did it. But I wasn't nice because I'm not always so nice, especially I'm hurting. And I'm in a shit situation in life. Really shitty one. It's because of my community. I love you guys. This is like my only thing that I'm ever happy doing. Is talking to people, even though it hurts to sit. So anyway, and this is not painful, by the way, and I don't have to wear this by prescription all the time. I wear it because I hurt, and I wear it because I can't hold my head up, and I wear it because I don't want to have rods and more shit done. All right, there, we did that in the beginning. So there we go with my stories about, that's not even the tip of the iceberg. This crap happens constantly with doctors. And when you're in a disability program, you have to go to the doctors, and they will never take a natural path. They will never listen to somebody that actually, can tell you the truth. All right. So we're going to go to this article. And, let's see. Food Not Bombs. Hi, how you doing? Seen a report warmer weather has caused a lot of new diseases or made them worse, like skid eating. Yeah, well, I put climate change into the title because I was going to talk about it, the fact that we're going to see a lot more illness. And in the United States, if we don't get rid of this corrupt, crooked, suck-ass system, and there's a lot of me's, we will die. I will die. I'm going to die. I already know I'm going to die. We're all born, we're knowing we're going to die. But I'm going to die sooner than later because the fucking healthcare system is killing me. The insurance system is killing me. It is. So here's this thing I found today after I decided that, you know what? If I don't do something and talk to somebody and have some kind of live stream or something, I'm going to go out of my mind because I don't think it's an ego thing. I think it's a thing. I love this community and I like doing it. I'm alone. I'm not going to sit here and talk to my husband about any of this shit. And there's a whole other story. You listen, he doesn't. So, okay. This is from USA Today. I'll put the link in after. Republican, and this is what got me. Republican business owner and former state lawmaker. We need Medicare for all, and here's why. And his name is David Steele. It's time to accept that the free market doesn't work for health care. Patients can't do comparison shopping from the back of an ambulance. Exactly. My husband didn't even want to take that goddamn helicopter. And he wouldn't have died if they didn't. But they wanted $60,000 for that. From 1993 to 2008, I served as a lawmaker with the Republican Party, representing the 31st District in Pennsylvania House of Representatives, while also building my manufacturing business from the ground up. In many ways, my story is typical of what the American vision of free market capitalism deliver. It might surprise you to know that I'm also part of a growing coalition of people nationwide who support Medicare for all. Despite the fact that Medicare for all has gained traction in large part due to our country's most famous Democratic Socialist Senator Bernie Sanders, I'm about as far from a socialist as you can be. But I know that if we're going to grow, expand, and improve our market-based economy, it's time to drastically overhaul the way we finance healthcare. I also believe it's possible for markets to fail because there are services that they're incapable of providing efficiently. There's no better example than our healthcare system. To work well, markets require educated consumers, cost-responsive demand, and most importantly, choice. Across all three metrics for success, our current health insurance system is failing. The current state of healthcare delivery leaves patients with a huge information disadvantage. Even if we could access all the information about treatments, medications, and pricing, which normally we can't, almost none of us have the knowledge base to understand it. That allows insurance companies to artificially inflate prices with little oversight or accountability. Duh. How long has that been going on? No matter how high prices get, and they are driving healthcare spending to an all-time high, we need the same amount of healthcare. But as insurance companies raise the prices of life-saving treatment, they force people to ration their care at the cost of their health. Take it from an economist. Medicare for all is the most sensible way to fix healthcare. The result: patients have very few choices in our healthcare system. Most of the time, the options are to get treatment or risk even more harm, even if you don't like the doctor or hospital that your insurance company has directed you to. After all, patients can't shop around for more affordable doctors from the back of an ambulance. When medical costs are the primary reason for bankruptcy in this country, there's no way to spin the truth. Across political parties, lawmakers must have the courage to say plainly and simply that our dysfunctional healthcare system is a market failure. Medicare for all will expand the economy. Now, I'm not going to agree with a lot of stuff in here, but it was worth the read. We must fix this market failure to save lives and create a more robust economy. Medicare for all offers the best solution. Relieving businesses, see, this guy's writing because he doesn't want to pay for his business, but relieving businesses of the responsibility of employer-sponsored insurance, which is now priced at about $19,616 a year for a family plan. It will help expand our economy by creating jobs, raising wages, maintaining our ability to compete internationally, and supporting small and mid-sized businesses like mine that are starting to buckle under the burden. In recent years, my costs have been rising 8% annually, and that's low compared to some of my peers. And I know it because when I was in human resources, it was going up every year. Get practical. Medicare for all is a distant dream. Here's how to start fixing healthcare right now. Medicare for all will encourage entrepreneurship, the bedrock of our economy. Why? Because people can pursue new jobs and careers knowing that they won't lose access to healthcare for themselves or their family. Senator Sanders and other proponents of Medicare for all are free to frame the policy as a component of democratic socialism. However, when it comes to healthcare, their democratic socialism and my capitalism are in agreement. Let's focus on policy and not loaded terminology. So I thought it was a decent read. At least it opens a discussion, the capitalist and the democratic socialist. And they both agree that it's crazy. The system is crazy. And they both agree. Something's on my keyboard. They both agree that it's needed, right? Let's hear this comment is Medicare for all. Insurance companies should not be in the middle of trying to second guess your doctor. Yeah, and they also shouldn't. There's a lot of things that shouldn't happen. Oh, Brian, you're on tonight too. Paul and Brian are on, and the Natural Progressive is supposed to be on. Is everybody going to stag their shows? Because I think the Natural Progressive, the topic is Amish living, and is it possible? And they're at the doctors because I see them at the doctors. So let me see before I go. Food, not bombs. Yes, climate change is a part of everything, but people still have issues they deal with today. And if we cannot help them and those, they will never be able to focus on the future problems. Right. Exactly. And the only thing that I can do is this, really, is talk right now in my life. And let's see if that lasts as far as being able to afford my internet. Okay, guys. Bed says big pharma are more crooked than heroin dealers. Yeah. United States has the worst the worst. Now, let's see, there was a discussion. Climate change will soon trump everything. And Joseph said, I check up on you, Sandy. I have for a while and now. Thanks for sharing. You check up on me and make sure I'm okay? Or are you following me? It's okay. I'm teasing. Believe me, it's probably already happened. Oh my God, there were some really good comments, but I went all the way back. Scott said he's probably going to lose his health insurance next year. And oh my gosh, Paul says it's much cheaper option than to cover costly ER visits and inpatient stays for the homeless who hang out in hospitals because they have nowhere to go. Okay, so you guys were having a talk about homeless people. Food Not Bombs had asked the question, do homeless people not need health care too? Healthcare should be a human right, homeless or not. Oh, of course they do. And I don't think Paul would ever say anything against it. Mm-mm. Hey, I like that. It's nice to have an online community. My real life is filled with climate deniers or worse. No one else I talk to cares about nature or the environment except on channels like this. And I do. And I want to stay where I live because I want to stay seeing these guys every single morning. And I don't want to have to leave here because of some cobbled together bullshit. But anyway, guys, I'm glad you came. And I hope you like that little Republican-y article, but it still was it was still worth the read. You know, if people are thinking like that, maybe then there really is a chance that it could happen before I drop dead anyway. Because the next bill I get like that, well, either I'm just going to rip it up or I'm going to have to know that they're morons in IT because the systems for what millions are spitting out bullshit bills like this that make people feel like they want to just like not have a life. They're scared to death. I've been scared to death now for a couple of years, but as I put up, fear, I had put it up on the it was my fortune cookie. And it said I got to find it. Okay. It said better face danger than be always in fear. That was a pretty wild one for me to get yesterday when my husband and I actually went out together for an hour and a half in the afternoon. I got that and I didn't look at it until today. And I was really like shocked that said that because, well, my life, there is a lot of fear. And I try not to show it. And having this environmental coffee house and my friends in my online life is one of the most important things because there's not much else out there except for the beauty out around me. And I tried things this year to do outside and I can't. And, selling stuff. And, I guess everybody gets to that point in life where they realize that things are changing. You come to that epiphany. Okay, so Chris is going on and Paul and Brian are going on. I hope it's not at the same time. 7:00 is 8:00. I think that's staggered, which means you got me first, and then it's going to be good night. Good night for our climate community. So I'm going to let you guys go because actually I'm getting uncomfortable. And I'll see you all on everybody else's channel tonight. Thanks for coming. We really, really, really do need this in the United States. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I already know who I'm voting for. But we do. And Food Not Bombs, thank you for saying that. Besides on tiny corners of the internet here, it feels like people don't care. It does a lot. But I try to talk to everybody I can. And I think people probably think I am crazy, a bit crazy, but I'm not. I'm not. It's just, I like doing this because I like looking at the comments and it is fun. It's fun talking about horrible subjects, but it's fun because we're not in this. alone. Peace. See everybody later.